I'm not calling for violence. But I got to tell you, it was useless effort to do it, but I spent 4 hours looking on the internet for true patriots. Type it in when you get a chance. Don't spend the 4 hours I did because it's a waste of time. But type in, where are the true patriots? Bing it, Google it, whatever you want to do with it. And look and look and look. You see, I was thinking maybe I can find something recent on the Oath Keepers. Maybe they've started doing something decent other than a bunch of empty words and raising money. No, I ain't found it. You see, maybe I could find this group over here doing something. No, I couldn't find it. And I was literally sick to my stomach because the things that I read and I saw, the efforts are not there to bring about the change other than wasting ink, wasting paper, wasting blog time, knowing that it's futile, that it ain't going to happen. You see, the thing about it is this. Once any war has ever been declared, then that means that one side loses and one side comes out victorious. And let me be the one to tell you today, again, I'm not calling for violence, but I'm putting this in your minds and in your hearts that when the day comes and you do have to defend yourself, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that what you're doing is a righteous cause. But any time that war is declared, whether it be by a government on its own citizens, whether it be military conflict to military conflict, somebody's got to lose and somebody's got to wind up victorious. And let me explain something to you today. And I'm going to explain it to you in a cool, calm, collective manner. And if you'll notice, I have been cool, calm, and collective. I'm sitting here looking, y'all, at the panel box and at the wall there with a vest hanging on it. Hanging from a nail with slugs and buckshot and other things like that in it. Knowing that beyond a shadow of a doubt, I didn't buy it for nothing. I bought it because I know just how evil things are going to get. But one side winds up victorious. And the other side winds up dead. And those that are not dead, they wind up raped and pillaged and slaves. That's the way it goes in every war. Go study your history. So if I were you, the number one thing I would do is I would make peace with the Creator of this universe by way of His Son and get covered in the blood of the Messiah. I would make sure that my name was not written in the Census Bureau. I would make sure that I didn't worry about my name being at the Chamber of Commerce or some patriot group. I would make sure that my name was written in the Lamb's Book of Life. If you have not done that, I beg you to do it. Then I would ask you that you would seek counsel and wisdom from the one that just saved you from the pits of hell, that He would take you forth on the journey and walk beside you and give you the wisdom and knowledge of what to do and what not to do and how to do it and when to do it. Because He is our main weapon in what's coming. He is. Believe it or not, He is. But you see, everybody has the freedom to choose what side they want to be on. See, tyranny and statism, it simply brings forth by force and makes you believe through its actions that citizens are owned by them, the government and the state, and that you as a good citizen must follow and obey all laws. It doesn't matter how wicked they are. But listen to me, an open and free society of people reject all notions. I'm talking about all notions of involuntary servitude to become that slave. You see, we need to stop cutting down trees and making paper protest signs anymore. What we need to do is realize that for the last several presidents, the wheels have been in motion to create a boogeyman terrorist, and then after that terrorist takes down the towers, then they say in the name of security, they take down your freedom. And we all know that what I'm telling you today is fact. Go back and listen to this again. I beg you. Get this everywhere you can get it to people. We all know. Ask the grandmas going through the airports. Ask the 4-year-old children that are screaming when some perverted piece of fat crap is molesting them right in front of God and everybody. And nobody does nothing about it because guess what? Some idiot that couldn't even graduate high school has got a TSA shirt on. Now I'm raising my voice. I got to quit this. I got to calm down. But unfortunately, these policies, these wicked laws are only ratcheting up since 9/11. And I ask you today, where are the terrorists? Where are they at? Where are the terrorists? Where are the Al-Qaeda and the Taliban? Where are they at today? No. You are the terrorist, and you are the Taliban in their eyes. You are the one that the DIC, the DHS controller, wants to destroy and fill up and laugh about it as they're doing it. You, the freedom-loving person, are the enemy of the state. You, the freedom-loving person, are the enemy of the government. You, a freedom-loving person, are an enemy of Jews that are in control of this nation and Jesuits that are in control of this nation and Catholics that are in control of this nation. I call them for what they are. I don't care what color they are or what religious background they have. I don't cull them. I don't cull them. But there's a few of us that seems to be still concerned about freedom. There are a few of us that still know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we know that Christians and Jews alike have revolted against the Creator. Oh yeah, absolutely. See, that apostasy, that falling away is a revolt. Listen to me. Listen to me. The Jews have revolted because they won't accept Yeshua HaMashiach. Period. There's a few. The Christians have revolted because they want a prosperous, non-bloody Yeshua that don't force them or make them or tell them that obedience matters. I got to get off this. I got to get off this. I got to get off this. I'm running out of time here. But when our enemies say boo, we jump because we're scared to death of them. We panic. We are worse than little bitty children at a playground and somebody just 2 inches taller that happens to eat too many donuts comes up and says, give me that toy or boo. That's the way I view this. You see, people don't know how to critically think or judge for themselves the very motive of the enemy called the government or the state or the religious people. See, religion don't mean nothing to me. I'll tell you what means something to me is obedience under the Creator by way of Yeshua. That's what, see, that is the fundamental thing that should matter to you and I. Oh, it should take precedence over everything if you wish to have eternal life. But this erosion of your personal liberties, and let me be plain here, is not the fault of Yahweh. It is not the fault of Yeshua. It is not the fault of that book that we are supposed to be reading. But it is the fault of the people that have allowed the seduction and lies to come in and be planted into their minds and hearts. It is that they think that whatever generation told this generation is supposed to be the truth, regardless of it being grandpa, grandma, and I'm not talking about anybody's kinfolks here in general, but they have handed it down, and it has been taken, and it's been twisted, and it's been turned until there are a bunch of weak, anemic people in this nation. Not all, but there are a bunch of weak, anemic people in this nation that have no clue when others are lying to them. They have no clue. They have no clue. I want you to consider what I've said to you today in this commentary, and I do not apologize for not grabbing a news story. I've had this on my heart, and I wish to say it. And I've not been here to prick you, to put you down. I've been here to instill and put a fire inside of you to know that every word I've spoken today has been from my heart, and I have done my very best to make sure it is not 99% fact, but 100% fact. I'll give you a prime example of just how stupid the American people are. Not you that are listening here today, but the majority of the people. What did they say today? 8.1% unemployment? Well, guess what? Guess what? Go look up and see how many people are grown adults that can work in America. Go look up and see how many people are out of work. Yeah, Guess what? The true numbers are well over 21%, but they're telling that it's 8.1%. And even the great so-called holy, fair and balanced Fox News agreed that it was 8.1%. This is how stupid, this is how dumb, this is how ignorant the people are and the sheeple are in America. We got a lot of work ahead of us. We got a lot of tough days ahead of us. Secret prisons going up. Being arrested and taken somewhere else and beaten and tortured. It's going to become normal. They're not going to quit. And they're not going to give up. And I ask you to consider and pray to the Holy One of Israel what you're supposed to do when they come after you when you've done nothing. Except be obedient.
90.
Be obedient unto the Creator that made you. Think about what you're going to do, because, listen to me, you're way better off to plan ahead and settle it in your heart. You're way better off to resolve it beforehand than you are to be in a situation where you've got to think about what you need to do. It should be second nature. It should be second nature of what you need to do. I want to thank you for coming by for this commentary today. I want to thank you for listening to me. Again, I say, this is not a call to violence. This is a call to wake up before it's too late. Endtime Watchman. I pray that peace will rest upon you. Shalom to you. May the Holy One of Israel guard, guide, and direct you in all righteousness. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Sabbath, because all people belonging to Him should honor it. Have a great day. See you on Monday. 10 seconds. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.